Hello, everybody. This is Judah McNeil. I'm representing the RotorWire crew today. I never get it right. Your unauthorized uh, something. I just want to talk to you guys about FAAB today, mostly for some of the people that I've started leagues with. So, waiver wire. What is the waiver wire? It's a way to get all these players that were not drafted. So say we had 12 teams, each one drafted about 15, 16 players. Well, there's still a lot of players that are left. There's a whole pool of them. Probably not so good, but you never know. And in football, people always get hurt and it's so unpredictable. So the waiver wire is very important. Am I sharing this? Yeah. So here's a team. I'm playing Dora, my daughter, and let's see. Just go straight to now. This is on the website. It's way better on the app. So you go to the website and you go down to you go to players. Sorry. You go to players. Oh, this is my team. Sorry. Players. And these are all the people that are left over in this particular league. Now, here it is ranked by quarterbacks. So it's showing all the quarterbacks that are left because it starts with the quarterbacks because they're liable to make the most points, but you only need one. So you want to sort it by on the app on your phone. They have it by who has been picked up recently, most recently, like the algorithm shows who's been picked up. And so it has Arizona, Washington defense has been picked up. Now, a good one here is Ollie Gordon II. He is a running back. So let's just go to him. Let's say. This guy is on Miami, and people are thinking he might be a huge pickup next week because we don't know if any of the other running backs for Miami are even going to play. So if he plays and does really well, he's going to be huge. He's going to be the headlines of the pickups for the waiver wire. Now, the waiver wire runs usually Tuesday nights, and what I use is FAAB, which is free agent acquisition budget. So you get about 100 fantasy bucks. It's just like it shows you have 100, and you can spend that however you want. You can auction. You can bid on these players that are available. So see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a bunch of players, and they have a yellow on the phone. They have a yellow little plus next to them. Now that plus will turn green tomorrow. But if you put a bid on them tonight, if you put the highest bid, then you will get that player. They'll put them on now, but you have to, not only do you have to bid on them, but you have to tell the app who you want to drop. So that's the difficult part. You have to drop somebody as well as pick up somebody. But you might have a ton of people on your bench that maybe you have a couple at the end of your bench you don't really care about. You go out and get Ollie Gordon. Here's a couple on mine. Jay Coker. What's his full name? Jalen Coker. He plays for the Panthers. Since they got rid of their main wide receiver, I can't remember his name. I never remember his name, but I'll just look it up here. Since getting rid of oh man, whatever. Oh, Adam Thielen. Since getting rid of Adam Thielen, he went to Minnesota. The wide receivers on the Panthers are looking a lot better. Now, of course, the main one being the rookie, Tedadora McMillan. I've talked about him before on this show, but Jalen Coker's injured. And I think that's kind of makes it a little interesting because you can put him on your IR spot. You also have an IR spot on on your app, on your team app. At the end, if you go to pick him up, he goes straight to your IR spot on Yahoo. I don't know what he is on the. I only use Yahoo. Okay, so you can go through and you can bid on some of these guys. I would say someone like if Najee Harris is still on your waiver wire, get him. He seems to be fine for week 1. He will be starting. He's never had great production, but he's a banger that could get you a touchdown. If you need a running back, Cedric Tillman is on my waiver wire here. Pitts is on my waiver wire. He's a tight end for Atlanta. He's always been terrible, but who knows? You might want to just grab him just in case. And that's what I tend to do is I just tend to, I don't know, if it's waiver wire night, grab some people you think might do well. Put them on your bench, switch them out for somebody you think might not do well. And so that's how pretty much how it goes. The other type of waiver wire is sort of a turn-based thing, who kind of just randomly chooses who goes first on the first night, and then if you go that night, you know, if it's your turn and you get the first pick and you use up your first pick, you go to the bottom of the list, and it kind of goes through like that. I like FAAB because you have more control. Now here's some tips. If you're using FAAB, which is, what is it? I keep forgetting its fancy acquisition, free agent acquisition budget, free agent acquisition budget. Yeah, if you're using that and you're putting a bid, if it's a player you think everybody's going to want really bad, it's going to be $23 out of 100. If it's someone who, and usually it's like an odd number. If you put $10 or $20, you're going to tie with a lot of people. And there's rules about ties, but it's always best to put like a weird number like 23 or 21 or 13 or 11 or 7. These are numbers. And then you can also just put 0. If you think nobody knows about this guy, I'm just going to put 0 and get him. Or nobody knows about FAAB. You might be the only one watching this video in your league. And you're like, oh, well, I know I have FAAB. I'm going to use it. And you can just put 0. Put 1. 1 out of 100. But save some for the end of the season. I know people like to use it after the first week. The first week is always crazy. You always see people go off that you didn't think were going to go off. And everybody's talking about them in the news on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. But I would say be careful about using all that. Just be patient. Dance with the one that brung you. I heard one guy say once, just kind of stay with your guys as much as possible. If you see a really good deal, sometimes paying $50 for. Okay, and now that's the other thing. Usually it's running backs because running backs get hurt a lot. And that is where you need to know about depth chart. So let's go to I think what's really interesting is the Houston Texans depth chart, because their running back situation is crazy right now. We talked a little bit about that with Jared yesterday. So let me change this to Okay, so you just look up depth chart. ESPN has a really good depth chart. You could go for the team's depth chart, but sometimes they lie about stuff. So if you look at this, the running back, Nick Chubb, Dameon Pierce, Woody Marks, and Dare Ogunbowale. So apparently Nick Chubb has not been great. He's coming off a torn Achilles, torn meniscus. He had a terrible knee problem that took him out for a season. It wasn't great when he came back last season, and he's having trouble cutting. He's having trouble doing some things that you need to do as a running back. And so now Dameon Pierce has not been great himself. He's never been, and he's coming off a little injury. He's had several injuries, been sort of injury prone. And so a lot of people are talking about Woody Marks. Go out and get Woody Marks. Woody Marks is the rookie who might be a standout this week for Houston. They have a high-powered offense, and he might be somebody who stands out. So keep your eye on him. Maybe go out and get him tonight. And put a waiver wire claim on him. That's what's called a waiver wire claim, a bid. I would put $3 on him, 3 FAAB bucks. So that's 3 fantasy bucks. And there you go. Thank you for the advice. Now I'm definitely going to beat you. That's probably my son. It says Chanda. This is Asher, by the way. Yeah, it's my son. All right. Well, I hope that helps a little bit. I have to go home now. Looks like they're home. And I will, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to answer. Thanks. Have a good night.